Alright, we should be live right now. Okay. We're logging back into Genshin right now. Okay. So, we're back. We're back, you guys. Okay. So, today we're going to be doing things, we'll be continuing what we were doing last time. Okay. While, listen, we got 2 wishes. I'm gonna wish for the boat really quickly. Okay? Going 1. Nah. Okay. We have 1 more. Okay? One more, and then we're done. Okay? Okay, we're done now. We're done now. Okay? Now we have to wait for... we have to wait for the... Okay. Have to wait for the next day at 8. Give me just 1 moment. Okay. Okay. Now we will participate. Oh, viewpoint. Cool. Now we gotta go over there. Alright, okay. Let's go.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
Alright, let's take things step by step.
Possible things
Yes.
don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Alright.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
That is true.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happens than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Go ahead, this thing's gonna be...
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be
I'm
honest,
like really
you might
confused.
be disappointed.
I have lots of theories, but I don't really have any logical conclusion.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Of course, of course.
Firstly,
Let's go,
in
let's
order
go.
for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Oh, that's
Yes,
so
of course.
sad.
I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Alright. Yeah, he lets
Thank
them
you,
know.
Mr. Linney.
Of course.
In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to have abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if
Well.
I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Yeah, how
I'm
could
sure
we
you
not
could have heard a
know?
noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the
Maybe-
box and I definitely heard the thud.
Maybe. I don't know.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Oh no.
Well then, ladies and
Listen,
gentlemen,
listen.
allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded.
Let's go. I love
and
you, but come on.
my
Let's
foundations are rock solid.
let's
Tell me,
take it down a
Aren't
notch.
you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
What is that? House of the Hearth.
House of the Hearth?
Of the Fatui.
No wonder they did something like this.
Oh my goodness. No. I mean, yeah, I get the Fatui has like a pretty bad like reputation, but come on. They're like House of the Heart. That means they're like what? They're like. Oh my. No.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing.
It couldn't
That all
have
makes
been the Fatui's doing,
I have
man.
a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
No, like, it definitely was planned, but it wasn't him. I swear, I promise. I swear, I
That's
promise.
irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Script? What? Dude, come on.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Oh, good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Oh my goodness, did she do? There's no way she did it. Okay, let me debunk my own theories right now. She couldn't have done it, okay? This girl couldn't have done it because she was, like, actually invested, right? I don't know, like, her personality, apparently there's... She's cool, okay. She's there.
Lenny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Okay. I hate it when people say this. Say, like, that phrase. You know? Because, like, why would you tell them that? Like, it doesn't, like, just pop into question. You know? It's like that thing that you do, right? You're friends with someone for a long time, and then you just randomly, like, put information there. You know? Because, like, you listen, right? Like, it's, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but, you know, Lynette, they're not Fatui, but, like, they kind of are, you know. They're from there, but they're not.
Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to reestablish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the opera house, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
Okay, alright.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it!
Oh my.
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
I hate people. I hate these NPCs. Oh my goodness.
Granted.
Okay. My defense
In that
cannot
case,
proceed.
what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
What? So much? Okay, listen. Listen to me. Okay. There is, like, a line, okay? Just because you're, like, I don't know what the house is, okay? I'm pretty sure the two are orphans or something, right? So, the thing is, right? If you're like, yeah, yeah, I'm from there, like, you're not going to, like, listen, I'm stuttering a lot. I'm not making my point. But, okay. Just say, oh, I'm from Snezhnaya, right? The land of ice, right? And they go to, Fontaine. Let's say Fontaine again, right? Are these people going to be like, we should kill you because you can't be trusted? Like, no, obviously not, you know? It's
Order, I say!
like, it's not fair and it's injustice. I feel like the people that live in the land of justice should know that,
Your
you know?
request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense
I
even
will
after knowing what you do
always.
now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
Like, you have to
In that
stay
case,
there.
my dear audience, let's allow the joy of...
Okay, whatever. Come on, come on. Need to talk to him. Okay. Go backstage.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydroarchon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
Just because they're, like, from a, like, bad place doesn't make them bad.
Based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
Again,
Not to set
what
the
I
wrong
said.
tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but
Not really.
please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is
guess.
very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Makes
The
sense,
truth
makes
is
sense.
very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
I
Right.
trust
So,
that guy.
you be the judge.
Okay.
Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but
explain more.
Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
Okay, so he
That air vent was created
did
during
other.
the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well,
What did you find?
nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Oh,
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
wait, what's the voice that he heard? The voice that we heard earlier in the quest? And the time of the Erwinsul quest thing?
After that,
I think
the
is
homicide
connected.
occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you
What?
didn't hear the thud.
Why do they want to know how the thing
Because of that
operates?
prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all
of
we
the
can about
prophecy.
this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the
True.
only way we
So
can
true.
save everyone.
So true.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never
I
my wish
believe.
to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
All right. Okay.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in them.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving
Okay.
us a chance.
The current
Of
problem is
course.
that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
We have
huh?
key. Okay. We have to go back. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. I do not get what they mean, but hopefully things. Well, we can do it. We can do it. I want to look around here because this place looks really pretty. Like, imagine all the things I can put into the teapot. Like, look at this. Look at this space. Look at the shelf. You know, and this. And different books, too. Like, I love this. I love this place, okay? What's this? What's this say? Oh, just it. But yeah, like, I would love this teapot stuff. Like, the stuff in the teapot, I would love, you know? Okay. Oh, I can't wait to get it. Continue to the trial. Continuing. Okay, guys. What do you guys think this is?
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Alright.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was not reading that. Okay. Farina versus
As the
me.
countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Right?
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
No.
He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the boss to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
Oh my goodness. This is like making me like kind of be like, ooh. Cause like, listen, I've seen TikToks when I'm scrolling through TikTok, right? And I see people being like, this face can do this. Don't trust them. Now I know that.
At this time, Cowell
And I was like,
arrived in the tunnel,
what the hell?
having heard
I need to
that
wait for the
strange
context
voice,
because this could be like a plate, but now it's not.
Lenny red-handed.
But wrong evidence.
So Lenny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box.
There's no way for him to be there.
Lenny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And
Wrong.
there you have it. That's the truth
No.
behind what happened.
No, that's wrong.
Does the
That's
defendant's
wrong.
side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
I
Key to
object.
refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Looney experienced and what he saw.
Okay, we have to change. I don't hear, we don't hear the traveler's voice that much, so, okay. Refute. Oh. Refute. 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 No. Identify.
According to Lenny, he
Okay.
left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Yeah. Okay, new thing. Okay, identify loopholes.
Lenny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Okay. I need to actually, like, read. Okay. This says Lenny knocked Cowell out. Cowell walked in on Lenny. So the latter knocked him out. Used the veins, blah, blah, blah. No. No. Yeah.
Lenny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Yeah, we got this.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say! When the countdown started, Lenny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Yes. So true, Paimon. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Okay. Come on.
Paimon did it!
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Yeah. Obviously. Moreover, I believe my obstetrician's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with. Yes.
If
Yeah.
the case that if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill?
That's true.
Assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Yeah. What would that be?
Oh, they have a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right, you tell them. And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Yeah.
Your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. Okay. Which evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? The Opera House switcheroo. This, irrelevant. Oh, I actually have to. But those are irrelevant. It's one of these three.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought?
Oh, I was wrong. Her.
Are you sure we don't need
No. Oh, I was wrong again. The strange sound.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
Yeah.
This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same
Yes.
clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof. How do you like that?
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
It was you. No, I'm joking. Okay, select the gear icons. Okay. Then select the... Okay. Once you have answered, okay. The guard's investigation report. If Lenny is no longer under suspicion, Lenny gave a detailed account. Okay, we know this. The clothes belong. That remains unknown. But you.
Deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Yes, because remember when we entered the place. Selecting. I was correct. First try. No wrongs. Let's go.
That can't be right. Are you serious?
Yes. 100%.
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased.
Yes.
Oh, is that so? How interesting. Let's hear your reasoning then.
I love her. Oh my
What I
goodness.
must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Obviously, he didn't know about what
Lenny
he
not
was
in
doing.
the tunnel at that moment, which gave our The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yes.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Yeah, we'll get back to
It
that.
would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the No one entered or left the
I was wrong. Oh my goodness. I got one right. Okay.
Halsey's clothing was a... The sound we heard may have come... from a clap.
Okay, let's choose that. We could be right. We can be right.
No one entered or left the... Linny was not in the tunnel at... The sound we heard may have...
Yes? Or... Oh, there's questions. I was just clicking random. Where did the missing Hazley go?
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Okay. How can we envisage Linny as having been unable to interfere with the crime?
It would have been tough for both people to...
Yes. Where did she go?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
I'm gonna click that. I was wrong. The hell? Okay. How can... Okay.
No one entered or left the opera house.
Yeah. And then...
It would have been tough for both people to fit.
Oh, it just... What the hell? I thought I was given... Oh. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise inside... The strange noise could have been the sound of Cowell and Hazley. Linny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for... Okay.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did she go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not, just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real-life...
Magic. Magic. It's magic, you guys. Could have been the water.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crab...
Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on. Okay.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Wait. Hold on a second.
Linny was
Listen.
not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yes.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
That's the prime suspect. So where did she go?
The vase was not broken by chance. It was you.
That one's new. It's the water. It's the water. See, I wasn't going crazy, you guys.
I don't get it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette
Yeah.
escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed to water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request.
Must we really? Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection.
Aren't you a
But
god?
Halsey's disappearance
You,
is very
you are
real.
technically
We're
magic,
talking
you know.
about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out
Yes.
there somewhere. Perhaps a new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of the rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress.
Yeah.
Guards,
Yeah.
please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
Yeah. Alright.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
I wasn't paying attention. Okay, they found test tubes.
The
Okay.
notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
What?
Primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
So, back to my theory from the last stream, the two are working
The
on it.
notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
Oh my god. Dottore? Il Dottore? No. Like, no. See, whenever I hear the word test subject, I don't know why. Listen, that kind of stuff just kind of gave me
As
the
such,
vibe of
we
that,
believe
you know?
that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
It's not the most insane we've seen on this game, you know?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Obviously, you know.
This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
No.
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl, wait just a minute, could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust.
Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues.
Okay, so Cowell, perhaps, maybe Cowell, right? Maybe he, right? Because he was in an organization, right? So he, and the guy we saw before we left to Fontaine, like, those two are in the organization, and so that's why they made a plan to do it then, right?
Still, let
That
us
makes
assume
sense.
that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Miss Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Yes.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this
Talk.
hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal heart! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
That word rings a bell, but it also doesn't, you know? Who is the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is
Is Cowell. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution?
the water from the primordial sea.
Yeah, that. Oh,
The
I did
water
it
from the
wrong. I did it
primordial
wrong.
sea should already have been prepped, but now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead the rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut.
I'll say this one. And then, what item did he use to dissolve
The
Haley?
water from the primordial sea
Hazley.
should already have been.
And then this. What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism? I'm
Now
gonna
it
say
seems
this.
like the hook rope was.
I'm gonna say that. I was incorrect. I feel like those two should have been switched.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of. The rope that strung the water.
Am I? Okay, that one wasn't it. Okay.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
No.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Yes, there was another box. You got it right. First try. Trust. Okay, cool.
Ahem. It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When
Right.
the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial sea inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
Super sense.
Actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Right.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death.
Yes.
His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
Right.
On
I
that
totally
note,
remember that.
The guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you.
No.
Does this
Stop.
not clear all doubt?
They're being framed.
My dear citizens,
Farina versus
Vinny
me.
did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent, having made modifications to the props beforehand. His accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization. Am I right, Mr. Lenny.
No, that's wrong.
Used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Is this the...
No, it's not. It's not the end of the road. Listen, you have to believe. No, no, what?
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witness. I
No,
believe
no.
this is indeed the finale.
No, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view,
What?
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now,
Okay.
I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. What in the world?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion.
So true.
But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again?
I feel like that depends, really.
And wouldn't such a trick be the
That
most
was another
marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lady and Lynette, give it another go. Don't, but as the magic makers and stars of the show,
Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
and voila.
The lights? The box?
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear,
No, it's true.
I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
Where was she?
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowell. I admit it.
What?
Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
No.
I heard that Linny's show was going to be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one.
She was the thief.
That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're practice, maybe.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it.
Because there's another person working on this, and they used pyro vision to burn the rope.
Had I known
Right?
that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well,
Don't worry,
now
girl. I
that
believe
makes
you.
it pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yes.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
All right. We got that. Really? I don't really know what to put here. Identify loopholes. Listen.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Yes. And then here. Wrong one. This.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lily-Ann and Cowl.
Lily-Ann. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then this. No. Close.
Lily-Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time.
Okay. We got this.
It's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, look, her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicks the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowl leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lily-Ann back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowl out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Wow. That is crazy, dude. That's crazy. Super cool, though. Super duper cool.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
She had already become
What?
desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story. Bravo! Bravo!
Oh my goodness.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
Don't worry, it's okay. It's okay, girl. We all make mistakes.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowl, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowl thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks.
I
He
thought
poured
it
the
wasn't
water
leaked
from
by
the
far.
primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise.
Wow.
Realizing that there was trouble, Cowl entered the tunnel and met Lily-Ann. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lily-Ann, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the Opera House.
Right.
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the Opera House, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
He's innocent.
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case at least can be handed over to the Oratories to make the final decision.
What? I'm scared. Very, very scared.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Yay. How it should have been. Yay. Yeah, let's go.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
Why is it that... Okay. If you're gonna commit a crime, at least be proud of it, you know. Probably horrible saying, but like, in the situation, don't blame it onto, like, them, like... Okay. It might just be me, because I'm a little biased, and I love the Fatui.
Plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed.
Just my opinion.
You have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes! Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
What? He turned into water. He turned into fucking water.
No longer talk.
Oh my goodness.
I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act.
Who's the
All
boss?
present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Another case? What? However, nothing's found except for that, blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness. That is insane. Can we leave now, though?
We're just going back now?
We're not needed here.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Of course, anything for you.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
Listen, I really don't care if someone's like part of the Fatui or not, okay? I don't... Sure, the Fatui pretty bad, but I don't think they're the worst, you know?
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time.
I
As
believe
for
you.
why I'm a
It's okay.
Fontaines, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was your father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets.
Oh no, they look so sad.
Survived, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no.
So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Those are that is
I managed to ferret out the
horrible.
location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, he'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. The knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer.
That's actually so sad. I'm glad they're okay
The House of the
now,
Hearth
you know?
welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy.
Oh my goodness. So when they touch that kind of water, they turn into water, so then the ocean rises.
All of us house members
Or the
here,
lake.
Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, From small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I can full-heartedly trust those two. You know what? I would, if I was in the Genshin Impact universe, in this timeline, I would 100% be okay with the Fatui. Because I don't think... Okay, listen. I feel like, you know, the doctor character, he's like insane. We know that, right? And he's kind of just like there. But I feel like the other ones, you know, the ones that we know, they didn't really have that much ill intent, you know? They are bad people, but not that bad, if that makes sense, you know? I'm sorry.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Lenny.
Lenny, I understand. Oh my goodness.
Bye, Lenny.
Okay, we're gonna leave the upper house. Now, I would have thought we would have, like, seen the Knave by now, no?
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
I'm so sorry.
What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Oh, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Sorry. Wait, should we have a farewell meal?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way, anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Let's go for a meal then.
Oh, wonderful.
All right, then. Let's have our farewell meal.
Yay. So is that all? Please don't tell me that's all. Yay, we get more. Wait. That, what? Go to a hotel. Yes. What is this? Guide, complete that. I forgot you get wishes. A pulling for the weapon. Still nothing. What is our... Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. I want to see my history with this. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. I don't have any pity on that, so that sucks. You know, just want to, like, show off my pity real quick. Never mind, I won't do that. Let's go ahead and let's go to there. Listen, we have to to level him up, okay? We're gonna complete the story, and then we're going to... then we're gonna farm things for him. Because I have so much resin right now, you don't even know. You don't even know, you guys. Where is... okay. We can go over here and go there. Alright. Where is the House of Hearth located? Like, is that going to be in, like, a future update, or... also, when are we going to see that Fatui Harbinger? Because I've seen... she was in the trailer. Or not the trailer, but she was... she was in a video. I don't remember what it was called. Okay, this is the hotel. I really want to see things. Because, listen... I love the ceramic teapot, right? And I want there to be cool things in the teapot. Okay.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while.
Oh, in that case, I'll go order for us for...
Yay. Okay.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaines sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course.
Really?
Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
Yeah. Sure have your own way of doing things. Oh,
Which is super
we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Then...
Paimon didn't...
Alright.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the cereal...
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
It wouldn't be like that, you know, unbelievable.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters.
That is true. Trying to get, like, more perspective on things is, like, really
It's
important.
easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the cut.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually...
It's all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
We still need to talk to the Hydro
We
Archon.
didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long
Yeah.
line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we heard that she's super popular here in Fontaines.
Well, would you consider some more,
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you.
well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House,
only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Perhaps.
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
Alright, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked. Alright, no more joking around. Perhaps you did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
It's worth trying.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right.
No, it's fine.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Girl, what are you?
Is that so? Huh. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're...
Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead. Please don't tell me this is the end, though. Because I love this. I love this quest.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... normal. You know, like you.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, Nadia, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get...
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing.
Alright, let's go. See. Okay, girl. Please don't tell me this is the end of all of it. Okay, next. Do you guys want to take a little break from this? Listen, I really need to know where the hell this is from. Because I got all of these. I crafted all those and these too. What I really need to do, though, I don't think I can have two Pyro characters on the same. It's like, I love her. She's so cute. And I just got her new outfit, so I don't want to get rid of her. But I also just got Kokomi. And he is my only good character. And I love him too. Okay? And him, also love that guy. Ugh. I'm just gonna have to deal with an unbuilt team. Alright, let me get that last waypoint, because then I'm not gonna be able to be okay. Okay. I think maybe... don't know when. I know I need to play Genshin like every day, because, you know, I have the walking moon. You know, I have that thing. Wrong way. Do I see my favorite thing? Girl, I need... Fine. I don't even want that anymore. Okay. Right there. What are we looking for again? There's a dog. Okay. Let's go over here.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Irenaeus might have been the last one.
Maybe.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yes.
That's kind of...
No. Okay, that's like actually like super weird.
There might be something
It's
nasty
like...
in the water.
I'm so confused on what like it is though. Like I have like no hints on what that is. What's the voice? Who's the voice?
Hey, Traveler? Stop walking. Come on,
Oh.
wake up.
Traveler, are you okay? Girly, are you okay? Oh, where are you? Is it the ocean eat? Where are we?
Are you my dear Vache?
No,
wait. You seem to be someone else.
I'm afraid not.
Wait,
That is
Who am I?
crazy.
I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel
What?
like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments.
What is the
dissolved
ocean
into
eats
the tide,
backstory?
Never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Were they once
Yes,
human?
That is what I was once.
How did they
I
turn
do
back?
not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water.
Turned into
I also
water?
remember going to many places.
That girl was turned
I
back
loved
into
no
water.
matter where I went, Vache would go with me. But now, no. Our reunion no longer has any meaning. The thought of me gives him no succor. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me.
Thank
Perhaps
you.
that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw
No
Vache
way,
above the surface.
dude.
If only I could have comforted him. Told him that Is that what you call it? It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time. And only
Oh
then
my.
sees how they... I think
The
I hear your
consciousness of me.
companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell then.
Oh my. That is. Oh my goodness. What? Oh my goodness, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh my goodness. Oh no. Girl. Oh my goodness. What's happening?
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Is she evil? Oh. She looks so cool, you know.
Quick, now's our chance!
Traveler, are you okay? Are you okay? Traveler? 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 Traveler?
well. Wonder how they're doing.
I should thank
What
you
happened?
for lending us your sword there, Clarand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he...
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Coran, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
Oh.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of
Fontaine.
Rosula's league then?
Fontaine, I thought I was gonna be able to skip, like, it's fine.
Yes.
I want
Be
all of
careful,
the characters.
And do not
I want
act
everyone.
rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will... Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall...
Alright.
Right. I suppose that's the best news.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Coran was being sincere.
I know, I just... She's...
What happened?
I didn't know we were done for. Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and Arcane saved us. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Florent who came out to save us too. We got lucky there.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast.
Alright.
We're still partners. There's...
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two.
Actually, Nadia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really?
Yes. All thanks
How?
to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That
What's
the
she
Fanta
saying?
tasted kind of salty and icky.
What do you mean?
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So
Oh my
Fanta
goodness.
had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
It was spiked.
So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
Good thing we're not from
People to
Fontaine.
the board to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
Alright.
Why would they go after us
That's
too?
that's
All
weird.
we did was defend Linny and Corin and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught.
Well,
Trouble always
they
follows
were
the
probably
traveler.
pretty proud of,
You
and
know.
almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh,
Yeah.
and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint.
And according to Lynette,
primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
new intel,
While you were out cold?
new information.
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important.
Super important.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater.
If he's still alive.
Thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
All right.
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Of
You
course.
did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Alright. Oh, I see her geovision. It's on her bow.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Okay, cool. Cool. Super cool. Nothing new. I'll check on my friends. These two have played today. She hasn't been on since forever. And none of these. Okay. Where do we go now? Now I have to go to the court of Fontaine. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's like so crazy though. That's like actually, that is, I like this story.
It's right up ahead, but
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted any.
very good.
I shall find rooms.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my goodness, it's a cat. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I don't remember. What are we doing again? Talk to...
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately.
Aww.
After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago.
I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Well, don't say that.
Your father.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to...
I know. I'll explain it myself. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend, but he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive.
Where are you
He even
walking to?
hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
For the sake of your family.
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet even our support was decreased greatly due to that incident. Hence our...
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that.
That's
People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
no.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Miss Coran.
Oh, her?
What?
Well, yeah. That's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Miss Coran has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I...
Don't worry, Navia. I know how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Coran told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What Matt... All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Everyone's beat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest sound.
Rest in our room. Do we get to enter? Or is it just... No. I wanted to see more.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Nadia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Venus Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. there's not much for them to do here at the moment.
I get the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
No way.
I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette, a place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess in that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
Aren't you? No, it's nothing.
Oh, did they end on bad terms or something? Okay, let's go over there. I still need to do my daily commissions. Let me go do those really quickly. Wait, but before that, I want to talk to this guy. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to be able to sell us some stuff. Alright. Just gonna do our daily commissions. It'll literally take like 5 minutes tops, you know? What do you need? Alright. You need that. Good thing. Alright. So now let's do our next one. Here. That's quite cool, no? Alright, cool. And Kokumi is now level 4 friendship. And now we are going over here. Now let's go ahead and now I have to go over here. let's go. We go fight the Eye of Storm, and then after we're gonna go right back into doing the Fontaine quest. Guys, I promise. I promise.
And voila! Blazing light! Dumpy dumpy go! Boing boing
La la la.
Now disappear.
Uh-oh.
My show mustn't fail.
Sorry. Guess he just needs the jellyfish. Okay, now we got to we just gotta claim it, and then we will
Add Ast. Thank you for
20 power gems. Okay, unless I get free wishes, I'm not wishing, okay? You guys will see me wishing when the Hydro Archon comes out, okay? Oh, do you guys think?
It's right up ahead. Come on.
You think maybe I should wish for the Fatui Harbinger girl? Or no? Because I feel like the teapot will look better than. Look at this place. Can we enter here? We can't. Whatever. Let's go. I want to see what's happening. What are we pointing at?
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep, yep. I can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes,
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here.
All right, then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is Justin's.
Thanks so much.
Yay. We're getting in. Knock, knock.
Please come in.
Yes. Hello.
Sorry barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only like to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Alright. He seems cool. Very polite, I will say. Very nice.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
Maybe it was an animal or something.
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Trevor, what if it was really just...
Is that so? All right then.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a...
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Oh no. Oh, is he an emotionless person?
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Oh no, she's crying. Oh no.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing everything? Was
Okay, I really
hanging
don't
on a
want to hear
thread
this.
At that moment.
Listen.
Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything.
Oh.
Well, in any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Alright, we're gone. What happens now? That's so sad.
Navia,
I'm fine.
you're right. Wasn't it still...
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder...
What is it?
Rain.
Did you think of something?
What they said.
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that. But didn't find anything of value.
What?
Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed? Yeah. And if that's what...
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
We should go.
Great.
A new area.
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps a gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glory. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself?
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all.
Alright, cool. Cool. I'll go over there. I would like to see. Let's talk to the guy.
Meluse, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Meluse? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wow.
Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your... And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw
Super
Poisson,
dangerous.
my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath. But not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
How did that...
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain... You're right. We still don't know what happened.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with zero warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, Even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Sophia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and
So you do know something else, Malus.
Yes, I do. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the...
What?
Sorry.
Boss
I wasn't
also
paying
didn't
attention.
tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed, but as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
That is so...
So he chose to die in silence.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for this, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, but thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where Synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice.
Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Okay, we're gonna finish up this dialogue and then
But things
we're
are
gonna
different now.
end.
It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations.
This is kind of like sweet,
waiting
you know?
for the right.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Unlocking mysteries.
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliver. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be. After several rounds of. The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost there's someone else like him too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. The boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report, since Thierry is always...
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most.
Oh my, that would be
too
a
hard to
horrible
believe.
thing to find out. Oh my goodness.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry.
Of course.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving bosses in it. After that incident, Jacques, if it might help, you could also pay them a visit.
Aw, thank you so much, Maloose.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
Alright, okay. So guys, I would love okay. Though I really wish I could play more. I'm like getting tired. Alright. So we're gonna end today with that. So don't worry, we'll live stream tomorrow. So don't worry. We'll live stream tomorrow. And tomorrow's Thursday, and then we're gonna stream Friday, and then we'll stream loads Saturday too. So I'll talk to you guys then. Bye. Make sure to check out the YouTube too. How do I end? How do I end?